Good afternoon, you handsome lot. And on the ramp today, I've got it's a 67 plate Golf DSG. Now I have diagnosed it to be a pressure sensor in the gearbox that has failed, or failing, should I say. The customer has complained of every now and again the car will just lose drive, switch it off, put it back on, and away it goes. But anyway, I'm going to show you what I've come up with, because I did get a comment on one of my videos the other day saying, why don't you do any other stuff, diagnosing and... But anyway, this is the video that it's going to be. Let's get involved. Now, for those that don't know what diagnostic tool I use, I am using the X431 Euro by Launch. I'm going to jump into Intelligent Diagnostics. That's going to pull all of in, make sure the ignition is on, which it is. Ignition is on, and that is going to pull the information, and then we can do a bit of a scan. Now, you're going to have to bear with me because my camera doesn't focus on the screen properly. But anyway, we're going to be doing a high-speed scan, and this is going to scan all the modules that are fitted to this vehicle. Now, it doesn't take too long. It all depends on what speeds it can pull it from the vehicle. But anyway, there we go. We've got a couple of fault codes. Let's make a report. Always, always make a report before and after a repair. Right, report made. Let's go around to transmission electronics. As we can see straight away, we've got position sensor for clutch 2 electronic malfunction. Now, with all these new modern cars, being an independent garage is quite hard, because you need information. Now, what we've done, or what we're going to do, is pull the code off, copy it, right? Copy it, and then we're going to open up Diagnose Dan DDTSB, and this is absolutely phenomenal. This has helped me no end. I've only been using it for about a month, 2 months, but I tell you what, absolutely brilliant. Now, for those of you who are asking, this DDTSB is nothing to do with launch. It can be run on anything, whether it's a phone, a tablet, a laptop, or anything. It is software, it is web-based. Now, I have gone ahead and put all the information of the vehicle in, and it brings me everything that I need to know. Now, what we're going to do is go to the top. You've got bulletins, fault codes, hotline. There's lots of stuff you can do with it. We're going to go into bulletins, and all we're going to do is paste it into there. And this is going to bring up various different options. Now, different fault codes, different blah, blah, blah. Transmission enters limp mode, one or both fault codes stored, which is that bottom one, because that's a fault code that we are getting. Look, P13600, P13600. I'm going to click that little PDF thing. And this is going to bring up everything that we need to know. And what happens is these sensors fail. Now, if we have a little look also, it will give you everything that you need to look at, the pressures, to see whether it's working right. What we're going to do is go back now onto the launch. I'm going to click some live data. If we start the vehicle up, we scroll down to pressure, clutch pressure of 1. We don't want 1, we want 2. Commanded value is 0 bar, and already we're at minus 77. Well, it shouldn't be minus 77, should it? So it is telling us, if we go back to here now, select lever position, shift position is R. And that R is for race mode. So if we put it into R, you should see the pressure of clutch 2 actual and the pressure of clutch 2 specific is about, well, just over a bar difference. Now this is a repair that I have never done myself. We've got the information in front of us. We've got repair manuals on how to disassemble it all. Why can't we give it a go? I mean, once I've got it all stripped down and I feel comfortable doing it, we'll try and locate the pressure sensors and we'll fix them ourselves. If not, if I don't feel comfortable enough doing it, we'll just send it off for repair. But it is nice to have a go at doing something yourself. And we're going to be doing it together. So you go ahead and get involved. While I'm waiting for my lovely ramp to drop down so we can get this car in the air, one of my subscribers this morning, Sean, has dropped me off some lovely cakes. And one of them is missing already. I promise I haven't eaten one. But apparently they are nice. Right, now with this vehicle up in the air, we are going to be doing a gearbox service on this as well, replacing the fluid. We're going to drain the fluid out first, but we're going to catch it into a nice little clean receptacle so we can just have a little look how clean the oil is and just to see if there's any debris in it. Right, let's get this oil drained out. Well, the oil coming out of it is relatively clean, as you can see. We're just going to go now and get this 8mm and undo that level bung out. Can you see? That oil is very clean. And to save all the oil going everywhere, when we pull that front cover off, just undo that other little, squirted everywhere. And let that drain out. All the oil now is pretty much drained out into my receptacle. I've just undone the two lower T30s just to let all that oil out. Now I've just got to remove the two at the top. Unplug the unit at the top there. Then we can get this tin cover off. The cover is off. All the T30s around the mechatronics unit I have removed. I've also pulled it off and I'm just leaving it there in my little receptacle because it has got a little bit of fluid in it. I'm going to leave it drain out for 5 minutes. Well, that is all the oil drained out of that. Now I have removed the module off the unit. Now this is something you don't have to do, but I'm going to be doing it because I've got the equipment and just in case that we need to replace it or I make some sort of mistake where it's damaged, or we're going to be copying, well, backing up the EEPROM and the flash data out of this. We're going to be using the launch Euro and also the Xprog. I'm going to try my best to try and show you how I do it. I'm going to try and mic my camera somewhere up here, so look down so you can watch me doing it. Now what we need to do is go around to Immobilizer, ECU programming, click OK, and that will load up and connect to it. Now it is advisable to use a USB to connect it rather than Wi-Fi. What we need to do is go around then to Gearbox. You're probably not going to be able to see this over there. Volkswagen Audi, we are on a DQ 500. And then what we're going to do now, because we haven't got the direct plug to plug into there, we're going to view the wiring diagram. Not connected to the adapter plate, and that is going to pull the wiring diagram. You see? We're going to put these wires now on them pins correctly. Go by there. We've also got one there. That is a two cans. We've got an ignition, which is that one there. And we've got the ground, which is next to it. And then on number 9, which is over there, got the power. And then we need to connect them to the Xprog itself. So we've got connect the ground first, which is that one there. I always get mixed up with the 6 and the 9s on this. 8, 3. We need a 9 and 6. That one is 6. I need to get the 9. 9 for the top one. Then them 2 there should be the powers. We should go to the red one. Put them together. A little bit like that. Hook them to there. Back out. Now, if it's all connected up properly, when we go to connect, secure login, and if it's been done right, it will connect to it. And there we go, connected. Now, the only reason why I'm doing this is because if I do have to replace it, or I can't get the sensors for it, when we do get a new module or a second-hand one, I can just clone it straight in, and we haven't got to faff about programming it to the car. So it's just literally, once it's been cloned, plug and play. Now, we do need to go ahead and back up the EEPROM. Let me off zoom. Just backing up the EEPROM now. And that is it. We go confirm. You can save that to whatever you want. So we could put at the end of it, perhaps, golf. Golf. Go down, confirm, selected file, data backup succeeded. Now back up the flash. The flash always does take a little bit longer to read than the EEPROM. You see? It can take a few minutes. Right, well that is the flash data now copied, and I have wrote it there, golf. Now, there's no need to get these when you're doing these, especially on the launch. You can't get them mixed up, because whatever you've pulled off last, it'll be first up. So there's the EEPROM at the top. When I say the flash, they'll both be next to each other. So when I come to dump it back on, it'll be right by the side. Now once we've done all that, then we can, do not forget to do this, disconnect. And that is disconnected successfully. Now we can unplug everything. Now the little pressure sensors that we need to replace are just underneath this little metal plate. You just do have to be careful, pry some little tabs off, and on the back to get that plate off as well. Right, well I have now taken these little covers off. Now I have exposed the pressure sensors. Now you can get the numbers off them, and we can perhaps try and get some organised up. Anyway, now I've got the numbers off the sensors, we can try and get some organised off the internet, or give our local Gearbox centre a call, see if they can help me out or point me in the right direction to get these sensors, so we can get this, well, try and get it repaired. Like I've never done one before. We're doing it together. I think it's quite interesting myself. I enjoy doing stuff like this. I think it's something that I don't do enough of. But anyway, I'm gonna have to get this car now off the ramp, because I have got lots and lots and lots of jobs that I do need to be getting on with. I've got an air conditioning fault, a couple of wiring jobs, a couple of... Anyway, I don't really know. Lots of stuff in the diary for me anyway. But I'll probably see you in a couple of days when the new sensors turn up. Well, we are back now, and today, hopefully, my little pressure sensors will be here. Now, I am waiting for them to turn up. Now, what I've been doing while I've been waiting, I have gone ahead and I also have removed one of them pressure sensors. Now, how I've done it, it does show you, and I've seen people doing it. Let me show you. I did buy these little wire cutters. They're for like jewellery. And what a lot of people do, they cut down the side. Don't know if you can see. They focus. They cut. Good sound effects. Brilliant sound effects. But what I've done, got a little like Dremel thing. It's only a cheap thing. And what I've done I've drilled the centre, as you can see there, where it's been done in the factory. Just drill them to focus. And I've just drilled the centre of them. So when the new sensor comes, we can push it up from the bottom and solder the tops of them, making it a neater job. Eventually, my new sensors have turned up. Now I have gone ahead and put the one of them in. I've done pretty much a successful job on that one. It looks pretty clean and neat. Now I have literally just been around with, where's my little pincers gone? Where have they put them? There they are. Now I've just drilled these out, and you can just see that they're all loose. What we can do now is push that sensor out. You can just see how fiddly it is to drill the tops of them, because they are ever so small, but we have done it the best we can. This is going to be so hard for you lot to see. Now, you might see it. Will it focus? Now what I've had to do is use my little pincers and just manipulate these little wires in here just into place and push them over the contact points of the pressure sensor. Oh, it's not very good. There you go, that's a little bit better. And all we've got to do now is get these resoldered. Well, I think up to now I have been very successful, and that does look pretty tidy, if I say so myself. I'm quite proud of that, proud moment. Anyway, now I've got to get that built back up to that, so I'm hoping everything should go pretty smoothly. Let's get into a little bit of a time lapse. Now yes, this is my very first time of taking something like this apart and giving it a little bit of repair. Please, if you're ever doing anything like this, make sure that everything is spotless. And as you can see, I am having a little bit of a nightmare here trying to get this back on, but I do forget that I've got to take the bottom side off to be able to put the top side on, to put the bottom bit back on again. And if you haven't subscribed yet to the channel and you're liking what you're seeing, please hit that like and subscribe, because there is many of the videos upcoming. And there we go, that is now all built back up. Now I did have a little bit of a fiddle, as you've seen. I forgot that I got to take the bottom or the top off to put the other side on. Anyway, you see me do it and it's all back together. Let's get this back in the car. Well, what I've had to do is push this car on the outside ramp, obviously because it's got no power steering and stuff. It's heavy to push on my ramp because I've got left and right lots. But anyway, that unit is back in the gearbox. I'm just going to put the cover on. Now, of course, we have got a service kit for this as well. So we're going to put some fresh oil in it and also a filter. Fresh oil is now going in, and we are using the mail kit, whatever you want to call it. We'll put 6 litres in it and get this car started. Everything out under the bonnet is done, apart from checking the level when the gearbox gets up to, I think it's 35 to 40 degrees Celsius. Now, when you have these gearbox units uncoupled, the car won't start because it's all part of the security and one thing or another. But all the flashing lights that I did have on have now gone off, and we're just coupling up with the Diag. We're going to go through all the fault codes, reset all the adaptions for the gearbox, obviously because we put new pressure sensors and fresh oil. Yeah, and we'll see what happens. Right, well, I've done what I needed to do on the Diag tablet. If we pull up some live data now of these pressure sensors, have a little look. Oh, let me flip it around so you can see what I'm doing. Pressure 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see now that we are both well within tolerance or well within spec. And if we go put into D for drive mode, again, we are still in spec. we go into rough race mode. Pretty much exactly the same as reading, pretty much as it should be. Give it a bit of a rev, rising and falling as it should be. Right, I'm not gonna lie, I think even though that I've fixed those, I've been speaking to a couple of lads, Rob, VW mechanic, and also Houston, works with Rob. Hell of a nice bunch of lads. I think this gearbox has got underlying faults. Now, if I put it in reverse, it'll hold that pressure there all day. If I go to move back off the ramp, and we get about 5 foot, 10 foot, and it drops out of gear, and it says gearbox in emergency mode. Which it hasn't done. Normally, when I moved that off the ramp about 5 minutes ago, it kicked me out of reverse. Hang on, what's going on here? Let's take it up the yard. Oh. Well, that is strange. Everything seems to be working as it should. Right, let me take it down the road for a little bit of a test drive. Weird. Well, I'm not going to lie, this is the most bizarre thing that's ever happened to me. Well, I wouldn't say bizarre, because all sorts happen when you fix a bloody car. You don't know what to... Gears are changing. Now everything's nice and warm. Let's put it into rougher race mode. I wouldn't have been able to get this far before in reverse. Unless it's learned its own adaptions and... Because I did reset the adaptions on it. Hey, it drives well. Have we fixed it? Now, I'll go back to the yard and rather drive down the yard, I'm going to reverse all the way down the yard. I wouldn't have been able to do that. That's a bit of a strange one. Really strange. Because I've literally just spent the last hour faffing about with this car. Because I bled it all, filled the level. Right, let me have a little look at the fault code, see what we're getting. Because we were getting a fault code of... Car, just been down the road for a test drive. No fault codes. Zoom. Anyway, we've got no fault codes. Now, you're probably thinking that's a little bit of a strange story. Now, I mean, the car is now driving. I've got no fault codes. I've got rougher race mode. And it drives well in race mode when we go backwards. I think what I'm going to do is let the car go cold, let the oil go cold, and try it again, and then take it out for a bit of a test drive, and hopefully fixed is fixed. Because I mean, I've replaced some sensors. They were reading below what they should be. They're now reading within tolerance. Dunno. Right, well, I have left it about 3.5, 4 hours. It's gone nice and cool. Gearbox level's okay. My first time. If I get more than 5 to 10 yards, we're winning. But if we don't, it is back to drawing board. I think we're okay. I think we're okay. We've got good race mode. I'm going to take it down the road for a little bit of a test drive. Let's go. Well, we are out and about, and I'm just doing the adaptive drive now of the transmission, just making sure that it's learning all its whatever it needs to bloody learn. I'm going to get back to the garage and have a little look to see if we've got any fault codes. I'm not going to lie, I am making the most of being out on this test drive now. All the gears are working as they should. Instant gear change, everything's nice and smooth. There's no jerkiness to it. Well, I've been out now for about half an hour or so, innit? I think we fixed it. People. If it hasn't, I'm sure I will let you all know. What a long-winded video. I'm now back. It's now 4:20, and everything is nice and green, and the car drives absolutely perfect. I'm probably 90% certain that I have fixed it. We'll soon find out, or I will let you know either in a post how this car is over the next week or so. Anyway, if you like this video, please hit that like and subscribe. I will definitely see you on the next one. Let's get Sam.